Hey everyone, it's Chris from Smithy Finance. Welcome to my introductory video on my new channel, Smithy Finance. So, January 24th, 2025 just passed 2 days ago, and that was my 41st anniversary of being full-time in the stock market. And let me just give you a quick rundown of my history. I started on January 24th, 1984. I was 23 years old, and I started as a clerk on the floor of the Toronto Stock Exchange. And I had an economics degree and had been interested in the stock market for a few years. I had a great teacher in grade 12 in high school, and he taught me, or taught the class, not only how to buy bonds in the market, but how to short them, and how to short them on 10-to-1 leverage, which was just kind of mind-blowing. Anyway, that set me off. I took economics in university, and then finally made my way into a brokerage firm after much work, and started on the floor of the Toronto Stock Exchange. And I have to tell you, the moment I walked on the floor with my little briefcase with my textbooks inside, because I was taking all sorts of courses on trading, technical trading, how to be a stockbroker, all those things I was studying for. But I walked onto that floor with my briefcase, and I knew I was among sharks. Those guys knew stuff that I couldn't even imagine needing to know about. They were wise, and I was totally green with no experience. And to my credit, I knew it. And I became a learner from that moment, and I'm still learning. And that's the thing about the stock market. No matter how much you know, and in fact, the more you know, the more you know you need to learn. There's so much to it. So anyway, the first 2 years I was on the floor of the exchange, I became a floor trader in the commodity futures pit. And from there, in 1986, I went to the office. I was a stockbroker for 14 years. No salary. That's all cold calling, getting clients, selling them on ideas of stocks that you hope will go up, and often they didn't. So you learn through all of these trials in a career. Now, in the year 2000, actually the end of 99, I got out. I retired from being a stockbroker. I'd made some money, but nowhere near enough, but it was burning me out. And over the next year or so, I became a pro trader from home. And I realized that I needed to make $4,000 a month to make my nut. Now, remember, this is back in the year 2000. I had a small house, and I had a new baby and a new wife, and I needed $4,000 a month to make it happen. And I put my mind to it, and the first month I made $56,000, and it sort of blew my mind. And I really, from that point on, focused on the market. Now that was a great month. The next month I lost a bit of money. The next month I made quite a lot of money, and away I went. And made, as I tell people, I have made millions, but I've lost millions. But most importantly, I've kept millions, and that's where you come in. I want to teach you, or at least share my experience of what it's like to be a trader, the pitfalls to be aware of, the signals to look for that can help you make money in a very tough environment. Now, you've got to remember, you are trading against some of the smartest minds with the biggest resources in the world, because the stock market is lucrative. You can make a lot of money in stocks, but you definitely need to be aware, because the traders out there, the pros that are out there, would love to fleece you and humiliate you and dance on your grave. So you just can't go in all wide-eyed and green without knowing the realities of the arena you're playing in. So anyway, from the year 2000 to now, I've been trading my own money. I would make at least 150 trades a month. So sorry, I would make at least 150 trades a month, and that's over decades. So you can imagine the number of trades that is. I have been through all the crashes, the crash of '87, the tech wreck of 2000, 9/11. The worst one for me was 2007, 2008 financial crisis. That was brutal. That's the only time in my career I've lost sleep because I was almost on the edge of being wiped out or having to sell my house, but pulled through it. And of course, the 2020 COVID crisis was another huge challenge. The great thing about these crashes, and they do come every 8 to 10 years, it seems, the great thing about it is that if you can survive, there is always a bounce off the bottom, and it is dramatically fantastic because everybody's burned out, everybody's lost their money, everybody hates the market. Stocks are pummeled to perhaps 1/10 of where they were a year ago, and 1/5 of their true value. So you can get multiples on the bounce. So if we get involved with a crash, it's not the end of the world. It's survival. Get to the end of it, and there will be a recovery. So I've learned a lot in this period of time, and the purpose of this channel is that I want to start to share it, and it's not going to be all glitz and perfect. I'm going to pick up the camera during the trading day perhaps and tell you about a stock I'm buying or a stock I'm selling, something I like, something I don't like, a trend that is scaring me a little bit and making me get a little bit smaller in my positions. So I'll be sharing these things on a regular basis. There's two things that you need in life, guys. You got to have your finances together, and you got to be fit. I do have another channel, my fitness channel, Smithy Fitness, and I've been putting some finance stuff up on there, but I finally decided to take the finance side of it seriously and share my 80,000, 85,000 hours, 100,000 hours in the stock market. It's endlessly fascinating. I think about it all the time. Everything matters, from politics to natural disasters to terrorist attacks. It all matters in all parts of the world. So something in China can most definitely affect here, or something in Russia and Ukraine can definitely affect here. Anyway, I will share my experiences with you and hopefully help you make some money, avoid the pitfalls. So we got to do two things: don't lose money, or lose less. That's a really big rule, and I'll do a video on that. Lose less. You're going to lose sometimes, but lose less. And press. When things are good, you've got to press. You've got to go for it. You got to double down, triple down, quadruple down, and that's how you make it in this game. All right, I hope this makes sense, and I think this is going to be fun with this channel. Please subscribe, and let's see how it goes. I will see you in the next one.